Hi guys, welcome back to Flick Finesse. Today, we're counting down the top 11 best thriller movies that are recently added on Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Plex. These are some seriously good thrillers, packed with tension, mystery, and twists that'll keep you hooked till the end. I've tried to include a mix of new releases and hidden gems, so there's definitely something here for everyone. Don't forget to leave a like if you enjoy the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next one. Number 11. Desierto. In Desierto, a group of Mexican migrants cross the US border, chasing the promise of a better life. But what starts as a desperate journey soon turns into a nightmare when they realize they're being hunted by a lone vigilante with a rifle and his vicious dog, patrolling the desert like it's his personal battlefield. The film wastes no time. Within minutes, it throws you into the dry, sunburnt silence of the desert, where every gust of wind feels like a warning. There's no fancy setup, no long dialogues, just survival, pure and raw. You can almost feel the heat, the dust, the exhaustion as the group scatters across endless sand, trying to escape an invisible enemy who sees them as nothing more than targets. Gael Garcia Bernal gives a restrained yet powerful performance. He's not a hero in the classic sense, just a man pushed beyond fear, driven by instinct. Jeffrey Dean Morgan as Sam the Hunter brings chilling realism to the role. He's not a cartoon villain, he's disturbingly human, which makes him even scarier. The cinematography is brutal and beautiful at once. The wide shots of the desert feel endless, almost suffocating, and the sound design, those gunshots echoing in the distance, keeps your pulse on edge. A tense, stripped-down thriller that doesn't let you breathe until the credits roll. Perfect for anyone who likes their suspense raw, gritty, and painfully real. Number 10. Restless. Nikki lives a quiet life in a small British town, working as a care assistant and keeping mostly to herself. Her days are calm, predictable, almost peaceful, until a new neighbor moves in next door. At first, it's just noise, late-night music, loud arguments, sleepless nights. But slowly, that noise begins to take over her world. What starts as mild irritation turns into obsession, paranoia, and fear. The walls feel thinner, the nights longer, and reality starts to blur. You can almost feel the exhaustion through the screen, the kind that comes from too many restless nights and too little control. Lindsay Marshall delivers a brilliant performance as Nikki. She doesn't play fear with big gestures, she plays it with silence, heavy eyes, and the small tremors that come when someone is just holding it together. Every moment feels lived in and painfully real. Jed Hart's direction keeps everything tight and suffocating. The sound design is relentless. Footsteps, muffled voices, that never-ending thump through the walls. It's not jump scares or big shocks. It's the kind of dread that creeps in and refuses to leave. If you like psychological tension and realism over action, this one will hit you right where it hurts. Number 9. Stand Your Ground. Jack Johnson is a former Special Forces operative who once lived a quiet life with his family, until one night, everything fell apart. After being wrongly imprisoned for a crime he didn't commit, Jack comes out a changed man, colder, sharper, and ready to stand his ground. When a group of violent criminals targets his home, he uses every skill he's ever learned to fight back. What begins as a simple act of self-defense turns into a brutal war for survival. The film combines gritty action with a tense atmosphere, showing how far one man can go when justice and revenge blur into one. Daniel Steeson delivers a strong, physical performance, and though the plot is straightforward, the intensity and raw energy keep you hooked. A dark, heavy, and ruthless action thriller that reminds you, sometimes standing your ground means losing everything else. Number 8. The Woman in Cabin 10. Laura Lowe Blacklock is a travel journalist finally catching a break, an assignment on a luxury cruise through the North Sea. The ship is elegant, isolated, and surrounded by nothing but deep, dark water. Everything seems perfect, until one night, Lo hears a scream from the cabin next door and sees what looks like a body thrown overboard. But when she reports it, every passenger is accounted for. No one's missing. The woman in cabin 10 builds its mystery through tight spaces and creeping paranoia. You can almost feel the walls closing in as Lo starts to question everyone around her, and even herself. The camera lingers on hallways, reflections in glass, the sound of footsteps in the dark. It's not loud or flashy, but it keeps a steady pulse of unease that doesn't let go. Keira Knightley plays Lo with the right mix of fragility and fight. Someone shaken by trauma, but determined to find the truth, even when no one believes her. The supporting cast fits the tone perfectly. Calm, polished faces hiding something beneath. The Woman in Cabin 10 doesn't reinvent the genre, but it delivers what it promises. A sleek, suspenseful mystery that's easy to get lost in. If you like slow burn thrillers with atmosphere and a touch of psychological edge, this one's worth your time. Number 7. We Have Always Lived in the Castle. Mariquette Blackwood lives with her sister Constance in a large, isolated mansion on the edge of a small town. The rest of their family is gone, and no one in the village has ever forgotten why. The locals whisper, they stare, they hate. But inside the Blackwood home, the sisters have built their own quiet world, strange, safe, and unchanging. When their cousin Charles suddenly arrives, everything begins to shift. His presence stirs old memories, hidden fears, and a darkness that was better left buried. The house, once calm and sealed off, starts to feel like it's closing in. The film moves slowly, like a spell being cast. Quiet, uneasy, and filled with small haunting details. The tension isn't loud, but it creeps under your skin. The cinematography feels dreamlike, and every shadow in the house tells its own story. Taissa Farmiga plays Mariquette with eerie stillness. Part child, part protector, part danger. Alexandra Daddario as Constance brings warmth and fragility, the perfect contrast. Together, they make the Blackwood sisters unforgettable. A slow, haunting watch for anyone who likes mood, mystery, and the kind of unease that lingers long after the credits roll. Number 6. Don't Say a Word. Dr. Nathan Conrad is a successful psychiatrist living a calm life with his wife and little daughter. But everything changes one morning when his daughter gets kidnapped by unknown people. They don't want money. They want a secret code hidden inside the mind of a disturbed young girl. A code that only she knows and no one can explain. The movie slowly turns into a tense psychological game where every second counts and every move matters. Michael Douglas perfectly shows the fear of a father trying to stay calm while his world collapses, and Brittany Murphy gives an unforgettable performance as the fragile but mysterious patient. The atmosphere is dark, cold, and full of suspense. You keep thinking, who's lying, who's telling the truth, and what's the real secret behind the kidnapping? Every frame feels calculated, every silence meaningful. The tension builds like a ticking clock inside your head. It's not just about saving a child, it's about how far a father can go when pushed beyond reason. Don't Say a Word is a sharp, old-school thriller without any cheap jump scares or overaction, just pure tension, clever twists, and a story that holds your attention till the very end. It's chilling, emotional, and surprisingly human at heart. Number 5. The Maze Runner. Thomas wakes up inside a steel elevator, moving fast toward a place he doesn't recognize. When the doors open, he's surrounded by boys who call their home the Glade, a patch of land trapped inside giant moving walls. Beyond them lies the maze, dangerous and alive, changing every night, swallowing those who dare to explore it. Life in the Glade runs on rules, but Thomas isn't built to follow them. He's restless, curious, and too brave for his own good. The more he learns, the more the maze feels like a test, something bigger than survival. The movie wastes no time. There's no heavy backstory, no slow setup, just running, fear, and the pulse of something unknown. The atmosphere is thick with tension, dirt, and questions. The camera sticks close, capturing sweat, panic, and the raw rhythm of escape. Dylan O'Brien plays Thomas with real urgency, wide-eyed, stubborn, and human. The supporting cast grounds the chaos, each one shaped by time and fear. The chemistry feels unpolished, natural, like kids forced into adulthood too soon. The Maze Runner isn't trying to make anyone look heroic. It's about survival, about trust, and what people turn into when fear and hope start fighting inside those walls. It moves fast, hits hard, and never really lets you breathe. The whole thing feels alive. Messy, tense, and painfully real. Number 4. Companion. Iris and Josh seem like the perfect couple. Young, affectionate, and ready for a weekend getaway with friends at a quiet house far from the city. But beneath the small talk and smiles, something feels off. You sense it in the silence, in the way Josh talks to her, in how Iris seems to be holding something back. The movie starts slow, with that uneasy calm where you can't tell what's coming. Then, piece by piece, things unravel. Secrets surface, boundaries blur, and what began as a relationship story turns into something darker, a sharp mix of sci-fi, tension, and human control. Sophie Thatcher carries the whole film with quiet power. Her expressions say more than words. Fear, awareness, and something mechanical hiding underneath. Jack Quaid is perfect as the kind of guy who looks nice until he isn't. Their chemistry keeps you guessing, shifting from charm to threat in a heartbeat. What's great about Companion is how it blends genres without feeling messy. It's part relationship drama, part futuristic horror, and part dark comedy. The camera work is tight, the pacing crisp, and the twists land exactly when you need them to. It's not a loud or flashy film. It's subtle, unsettling, and weirdly funny in moments. You'll keep thinking about it after it ends. Number 3. Bombshell. Megyn Kelly is one of the top anchors working at Fox News, confident, sharp, and always in control. But behind the scenes, the walls are closing in. When a reckoning starts brewing against the powerful CEO Roger Ailes, the women inside the network begin to question their silence and their safety. Charlize Theron melts completely into Kelly. Every look, every pause feels measured. Nicole Kidman, as Gretchen Carlson, brings quiet anger and calm determination, while Margot Robbie's character carries the emotional explosion of it all. Bombshell doesn't scream, it cuts slow and deep. The newsroom feels like a battlefield dressed in smiles and lipstick, a fascinating and piercing drama that exposes how fear, pride, and power twist together until something finally breaks. No heroes here, just real people caught in the machine. Yet it's impossible not to feel something watching them fight back. Cold, bright, and electric, this film hits exactly where it should. Number 2. Children of Men. In a future where no child has been born for nearly 2 decades, the world of Children of Men is falling apart. Cities in chaos, governments collapsing, and people just surviving one day at a time. Theo Farron, once a man who stopped caring, is suddenly pulled into a mission that could change everything, to protect the first pregnant woman in 18 years. There's no superhero moment here. Everything feels raw, dirty, and heartbreakingly real. The camera moves like a witness, long, unbroken shots that make you feel trapped in the same panic as the characters. Every sound, every scream, every silence hits heavy. Clive Owen gives a quiet but powerful performance. Tired eyes, worn-down soul, yet still holding on to a spark of something. Julianne Moore and Chiwetel Ejiofor add depth, showing a world where trust is rare and sacrifice is the only constant. What makes Children of Men stand out is how real it feels. It's not just about some grand mission to save the world. It's about finding a reason to care when everything around you feels hopeless. It's dark, yes, but there's a strange beauty in its sadness. The movie doesn't shout its message. It lets you feel it. Hope, loss, faith. all tangled together in a story that quietly asks what it takes to keep going when the world has already given up. Number 1. Scarface. Scarface throws you straight into that world where Tony Montana, a Cuban immigrant with nothing to lose, decides he wants it all: power, respect, and a throne built on blood. There's no glamour in his rise. It's brutal, messy, and unstoppable. Every deal, every bullet, every betrayal pulls you deeper into his madness. The movie doesn't just show you crime, it shows you the hunger behind it, the kind that eats a man from the inside. Al Pacino is electric here. His Tony Montana is unpredictable, sometimes funny, sometimes terrifying, but always magnetic. You can't look away, even when you should. Michelle Pfeiffer's quiet, distant presence adds a layer of tragedy to all that chaos, a reminder that the higher you climb, the lonelier it gets. What makes Scarface unforgettable isn't just the violence or the famous lines, it's the fall. The movie builds an empire only to burn it down in front of you, showing how the dream of having it all always comes with a price. Loud, gritty, and soaked in ambition, Scarface isn't about drugs or money. It's about a man who mistook power for freedom and lost himself chasing it. That's all for today's list, guys. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so you never miss a new video. Thanks for watching Flick Finesse channel. See you in the next one.